What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Miata Sunday.
Miata Sunday.
And today we're installing a radiator in our awesome 91 Mazda Miata, aka hashtag Lady Miata if you follow us on Instagram. And today's gonna be an awesome video because I've always wanted one of these aluminum radiators.
Oh yeah, and it's a really pretty one for a radiator.
It's an awesome radiator. I've always wanted one of these radiators. When I had my Miata, I always wanted to install it, never did for whatever reason, can't remember, probably because my radiator actually worked fine. But we have no radiator in this car, so we're excited to install it. We're not so excited to install all of the stupid little hoses that go along with the coolant system on these engines. So it shouldn't be too bad. So anyway, let's jump right into it. Let us show you what we got to install today.
In here, we have a bag of, oh gosh, look at all these hoses. Oh my God.
Yeah,
there's more.
Yeah, there are more. It shouldn't be too bad.
There's more.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a lot of hoses here.
You should point out.
Miata Mecca.
Look how awesome this is. This is genuine Mazda stuff right here, man. This stuff's awesome.
Yeah, from Miata Mecca. So we have a lot of hoses,
yep.
apparently, that we have to install. And we have this thing.
All right, so we're going to talk for a second about this thing. So on a 90 to 97 Miata, this is typically two parts. But the guys in Net Motorsports told me, hey, forget about the two hoses. Get the one for the NB. All right, the Miata that's made from 99 to 2005, I think. And it's just one hose.
All right. We'll save that for last.
Yep.
We have our two fans.
Yep, one for the air conditioner and one for the radiator.
And we got these free.
We did, thanks to TJ.
TJ.
The guy who hooked us up with the engine. He gave us these as well, and we are going to clean them up.
We're going to clean and paint them.
Yeah, we're going to trim paint that black so it looks brand new.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like this. Yeah, it'll look awesome.
So we have those. And then the final.
Yeah, the final thing.
The final thing we have is this gorgeous
Check it out, man. Check it out. How awesome is that? Oh, man. Like I said, always wanted one of these radiators. Super excited to get it installed. And
that's nice.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
We're going to polish the top, right?
Yeah, we are. We're going to polish this top. So, guys, if you get an aluminum radiator, typically this is what they look like. They're just kind of like a machine, I don't know, dull aluminum. But we're going to use some aluminum polish and some buffing wheels. And we're going to polish just the top of it because that's all that's noticeable on the Miata.
Yeah. So those are the parts we are working with today.
Yep.
And let's get to it.
Let's do it. All right. So Kelly and I are trying to figure out where these little hoses go.
It actually was not too difficult.
It really wasn't. And Kelly...
I'm good at puzzles.
She is actually really good at this. So you guys can't see where that hose goes, but it goes down underneath the throttle body and then goes to the oil filter.
Yeah, so that one's there.
So that one goes there. So we got this guy here. He goes like this.
And then,
all right, can you see that? So that guy's gonna go like that.
And this one.
Yep, Kelly figured out where that one went. And I think the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna go to the bottom of the throttle body here, and then from the bottom of the thermostat housing, yep, it's gonna go like that. So really, it's not that bad.
And then there was another one.
Yeah,
here.
And then there's another one back here. This guy, and he goes. It's gonna be really hard for me to show you, but believe me when I tell you, it goes underneath the intake. Comes from the back of the engine from back here, goes underneath the intake to where the oil filter is, and that's this guy. So, give us a couple minutes. We're gonna figure these hoses out. I gotta find a whole bunch of little clamps, which I should have enough to get these hooked up, and we're gonna wrestle with these for a little bit. All right, first hose on, and it is a success. Wasn't too bad. We used a little silicone to kind of lube everything up. One thing I want to point out to you guys is I always use these spring clamps. These are like kind of stock clamps. Every time I go to a junkyard and I see these things, I always grab them. I cleaned up a little bit with a wire wheel so it's not so ugly, but if you'll notice, this one has one tab and then has kind of the little bar that goes across. You see what I'm talking about? So this is actually off of an NB because Mazda changed the design when they made the NBs. This is the traditional stock, that's the traditional NA clip. And you can see it's 3 clips or 3 prongs or whatever you want to call it. And they're a real pain in the butt. They are like just poor design. So if you can, if you're doing this, you want to see if you can get as many as these guys as possible, because it's an improved design and it's way easier to work with. Just to give you guys an idea of what our old hose looked like.
It's not even the same shape.
Okay, well, yeah, in this case, that might actually be the exact same hose, but you can see the condition of our old hoses, man. They were blown out. See how like blown out it is there? This is how it's supposed to look. And one of these is like filled with sand. It's not this one. Yeah, no, it literally was like filled with sand. But yeah, this is why it's important to do this kind of stuff. It's really kind of like hard and brittle too.
Yeah, it is.
So we are making great progress, man. Everything is kind of going.
Yeah, the hoses.
Pretty awesome, man.
The hoses went on really well.
Yeah.
Figure them out.
They're known as the devil hoses because they're very difficult to access. Now, to be fair, our engine is still kind of in pieces a little bit, but it's made getting those hoses installed pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's really hard to show you guys, but
get yourself some silicone spray too.
Yeah, silicone spray is the trick for sure. So I just want to show you guys what we have here. We have our hose installed. I cleaned up some clamps there, and we have our hose installed down here. These things aren't like 100% installed yet because we don't have the radiator in, but you can see we got it going where we think it needs to go, and this guy's just up until we get the actual radiator, and then we can slide everything in place, put the clamps on. The next step we're going to take on here is cleaning up these fans. Should be pretty simple. I kind of already started just to try it out, but I'm just going to hold this down, crank this bolt out, and pull these fans apart. All right, these guys are drying, and they're not perfect or anything, but they are a heck of a lot better than they were. So we give this some time to dry. So now we're gonna focus on the top of this radiator here, and we're gonna go ahead and grab our little buffers and some metal polish and get to work. All right, so I got a set of these buff balls off of Amazon. They were like $8, and they work really well. Grab yourself some Mother's aluminum polish. I'll put links down below if you guys want to polish your aluminum radiator. It's really simple to do. I'm surprised when I go to car shows when I see radiators looking like this. It's disappointing. So, all you do, get your little ball in there, load up the wheel, a little more, and then you just go to work.
Oh, wow.
Let's grab a rag. All right, let's see what we got here.
Wow.
Not bad. That's just after one pass.
That looks so much better.
Right?
Who would I really wouldn't have thought
So
to
this
do
is
that.
what it looked like.
Yeah.
And now it looks like this.
I could see the camera in it.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna keep at it. We'll get it polished up like glass, and I'll be ready to install the fans. So you know you've been doing a lot of polishing when you're covered in polish. But check this out, huh? Took about 30 minutes. But man, much better, wouldn't you say? Looks rad. Now we only did the top, We didn't do like the sides here and all this other stuff because really on this car, once it's installed, I believe the top is really the only thing that's visible. When I did the Preludes radiator, I did like the entire thing, but we're not doing all that. But we're ready to throw some fans on. You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, man, this thing is ready to go in. We got all our little rubber grommets on there. I think that's right. And we got these things, which of course our car didn't come with these. We had to get these guys out of the junkyard. Can't mount this thing without these guys. We think we have them on right. And we noticed something while we were installing our air conditioning fan, and that's we're missing a piece here. So we're gonna have to try to locate that at some point. We're gonna continue to move forward though with the installation. I can fix that at any time. We need to get this radiator in the car.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. You were ripping that. That was totally easy. All right, so after like an hour of tidying things up and having trouble, we got this guy in here, man. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah,
I would never have thought to buff this, but it looks amazing.
Well, we're not just 100% finished yet. I mean, we got this thing in here. It's rock solid. Hey, we got their air conditioning lines hooked up down there properly. We made this hose work. It was not easy. We made it work. We think it's going to be fine. We had to trim it. I'll show you down here. Here are the two pieces that we cut off. And then for whatever reason, I had to use a worm gear down here because I couldn't get a clamp over it. It was being stupid. So I think this is going to be okay. Time will tell. But we could always go back to the OEM way if this doesn't work out. But this is a simpler solution. So we actually have two more things to install. You can't have a Koyo radiator without a Koyo cap. And I'm saying that because you literally can't have a Koyo radiator without a Koyo cap.
Nothing else will work.
Nothing else will work. So the thing is beautiful.
It is nice.
I'm gonna slide that guy in there. I think you should do it so that yeah, okay. I guess that's how that goes on. Mm-hmm. So there's actually one more piece to install. And so when I had my Miata, these had just come out and I bought one and I thought they were super cool and were a real nice finishing piece. This is from Track Dog. This is like an air diffuser, or I forget what the heck they call this thing. It's supposed to kind of force more air into the radiator. I don't know if it actually does that. It just looks awesome. Now, I will tell you this, man. I'm disappointed with how much these things cost. I thought I remember getting it for like 60 bucks shipped. They're like $100 shipped now. So,
gosh.
Yeah, it's gone up a lot in price over the years, but man, it's such a cool finishing piece. And it goes on something like this.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it just really cleans everything up. So Kelly and I are gonna mess with this for a little bit, get it installed, and then we'll show you guys the final product. Woo! All right. What do you think of that?
That looks awesome.
Comment down below what you guys think of this.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it's
Oh, what another long day.
another long day. It really wasn't that hard today, but it took some time. It just took some time.
Yeah.
You know, but everything is looking right under here. Everything is solid. I wish I would have painted that. Look at that, like rusty. It's ugly. But that won't be seen when our intake goes in next week. But yeah, we're making some moves here. We're making some moves.
It's starting to look like an engine head.
It's almost ready to like start for real. So next week is intake. That's gonna be our easiest video. I promise it'll be our easiest video. Then exhaust. Exhaust is on order, so we're just waiting for it to be delivered. It's been on order for like weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks now.
Everything's backed up because of the pandemic, so you know it is what it is. But exhaust should be coming. Should be shipping this week. We should have it next week. And the computer's been ordered. We ordered Megasport.
That is exciting.
Yeah, Megasport's been ordered. We got a couple little pieces to purchase, which we'll do this week, and then we're turning the key. So stay tuned, man. It's like 3 more videos, 3 more weeks.
Oh my gosh! Can you guys wait or what?
This thing's gonna be starting. So anyway, guys, sorry it wasn't like a lot of work being shown in today's video, but a lot of work got done kind of off camera, and it wasn't really like all that kind of like entertaining, so we didn't film a lot of it. But hey, also too, the starter's in.
Yeah, the starter is
We
in.
started the day off by putting the starter in. You can't really see it down there, but take my word for it, it's in there. And it really wasn't that bad, right? It really wasn't. It took probably like 30 minutes for both of us to do. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this week. Kelly and I are going to take a shower and clean up. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
See ya.